Later in the program. First, though, more than 5 years after the Asian tsunami, with thousands of people displaced in India alone, signs of the destruction may have washed away, but so have some of the government's promises of help. Rejecting foreign aid, have vowed to pay for the reconstruction itself. However, as Karan Singh has found out, not all the money has ended up in the right hands, while many people still remain homeless.
When I covered the tsunami in December 2004, the town of Nagapattinam was the worst hit in eastern India, with over 6,000 people killed. 5 years later, the destruction seems a distant memory. There's a new bridge in the town, and it seems the money that poured in has been spent on infrastructure and on rebuilding homes. But scratch the surface and you find lives have not yet recovered. The biggest livelihood here is fishing, but the government has not yet provided loans to all local fishermen to replace the boats they lost in the disaster.
My boat was destroyed in the tsunami. I need thousands of dollars to buy a new one. But after promising us loans, the government has given only a few people money to buy new boats. Without a boat, I'm nothing. From a boat owner, I have been reduced to working as a laborer.
In the aftermath of the tsunami, India rejected aid from foreign governments, arguing it has the resources to cope with disaster relief. But leaving the distribution of aid and reconstruction funds in the hands of local officials creates room for corruption. Everywhere we went, we met residents who had not yet received their promised compensation. Pushpavali lost her husband and her house in the disaster and is bringing up her 2 children by herself. Despite the government promising to rebuild all houses destroyed by the tsunami, her request for a new house has been turned down.
I asked the village elders and government officials for a replacement house, but they say, "You're a single mother. Those families who have no male breadwinner will not be allotted a house." What do I do?
We approached the local government administration in Nagapattinam, but despite our repeated requests, the district collector refused to speak to us.
5 years ago, this was a house with a family living in it. Overnight, their lives were washed away, and all that remains is the foundation of their house. Most homes in this area have been reconstructed, but there are still those waiting 5 years later to rebuild their lives. This is an important wake-up call for governments working in other disaster-hit zones, such as Haiti. Karan Singh, RT, Nagapattinam.